Hello guys, this is Prateek Verma with the Bridge Group team. So today I have Jorge Flores with me. He is with Goosehead Insurance.
That's right.
Awesome. Jorge, I wanted to understand what are some key factors that affect home insurance in general?
So there's a couple of them. Home insurance is kind of a tough cookie sometimes, but obviously location matters.
Okay.
Right? Build, how new the home is, how old the home is.
Yeah.
Credit matters, to a certain extent. There's definitely a factor in that, but I would say those are probably the top three that would factor into
and then
home insurance.
What coverage they should make sure that this portion we should have for sure?
Well, the good thing is that most carriers are going to be very, standard with their coverages.
Yeah.
They're going to be good to have them. However, there are some optional coverages that are not, I feel, talked about a whole lot.
Yeah.
Most people don't really know that they're available or that are, included in their policy.
Correct.
And that's essentially like 4 water coverages. So you have what's called sudden and accidental. So if a pipe bursts, it covers you all the way up to your dwelling limit in most cases. Check with the policy. The second one is if there's a very slow, gradual leak.
Yeah.
And that's happening over 14 days or more.
Oh wow, okay.
And then third one will be water backup. Believe it or not, that's actually the #1 homeowner's claim that's done. And so, that's gonna be a big one that I recommend, at the very least. And then the last one's gonna be if there's seepage coverage. So ultimately, those are gonna be the top 4 that are essentially not technically included. They're optional, but are kind of recommended depending on the client's preference.
That makes sense. So I do run into a lot of first-time home buyers as well. And how should they be aware that they're not underinsured? How does that conversation go that, hey, this is good enough, or maybe you need this?
Yeah, so again, the carriers are really big on making sure that you're covered for the right amount. I will say most of the carriers, being the largest brokerage in Texas, we do have, a lot of options that we can essentially guide clients to, but I would say that they have a rule of thumb on what their replacement cost is. And so you won't ever really get the underinsured side.
Correct.
If anything, you might get on the opposite. Yes.
Okay. That makes sense.
And which, by the way, affects your premium as well. So having the right amount of insurance is always what I'm a fan of. There is such thing as being overinsured. So kind of on the flip side of that.
And now it's a good segue because I think in the very first question you mentioned that home location and the age of the house are significant factors which affect the premium.
Yes.
Is there anything else which could, be a factor?
I mean, I think that claims history, there's something called, so in the world of your credit, it's kind of 7-year cycles. So in the world of insurance, it's going to be 5-year cycles. So if there's any claims activity, even on your auto policy, that might have a ding on it's called an insurance score. So having that insurance score kept up to speed is going to be super duper important. But I think that, keeping that in mind is really just using insurance when you really have to versus, kind of just, hey, I have insurance, let me use it, because that might not be the best thing to do.
So something in my part of the industry which I see is first-time home buyers or home buyers in general. For example, when they go for new construction, they think they don't need a professional helping them and they might make mistakes. So people think, oh, I'm buying a new construction, I don't need a real estate agent. But they know that real estate agent would be helping them negotiate a badass deal to make sure, they get a good house, and it's a journey.
Right.
There will be roadblocks, there are some mistakes, but we are here to make sure they don't go through that. So in the insurance side of the world, something similar, what are some common mistakes or common misconceptions do you think home buyers might have about insurance?
Yeah, I think not knowing your policy is a big thing. I'm always big on the education piece. If as a client you don't know what a declarations page is, that's a very big thing that I would always make sure that everybody's aware of. Know what your declaration page is, because if you look at that, by the way, that's a summary of your policy and it tells you everything you need to know about it. And if it's Chinese to you, or at least you don't understand it at a basic level to where you feel value in your policy and you feel confident in it, I would definitely make sure that you get with somebody to have them walk you through that to make sure you're in the best spot. So I think not knowing what you're covered for is a big opportunity.
Okay. So guys, if you have more questions about home insurance, auto insurance, or just in general that why the heck home insurance prices are going up every year, just like home prices, reach out to Jorge. Jorge, where can we find you? What's a good email or a good phone number for you?
Yeah, first name dot last name at goosehead.com, and then phone number 409-245-4511.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for your time. And again, this is Jorge Flores. I'm Prateek Verma from the Bridge Group team. Thank you, guys. Bye.